Hello once again, people, and welcome to yet another edition of the Doom P-Wad playthrough. I'm your host, Stucker, and today we shall be checking out a level called FI_1-2. Yeah, another messed up name. What is it about these godforsaken names? But yeah, as I've said kind of in the previous one, we've kind of made past the first 100 or so in this thing. And so now we know for sure that 1994 is a promising year, at least so far. And I think that won't keep up for a while. So hopefully this level is as good and doesn't drop down severely. I hope not. But we shall see where it goes bad. Anyway. Well, here are my first two levels of episode 1 done entirely from scratch with DU50. Yeah, that's actually interesting to note, people. This is perhaps the first 2-level WAD file. Every other WAD file we've seen up until this point has always been a separate level when we've had 2 levels or so. Rarely we even get 2 levels, but when we do, it's always separate WADs. This time around, we get 1 WAD and 2 levels. So yeah, progress! And yeah, this was made in early April. So yeah, it didn't really take too long for people to figure that out, and yet people were still doing it the wrong way for a while afterwards. Yeah. I guess it's because it's easier to kind of just release them as they're getting made. Anyway, they aren't very long because they were basically just an attempt by a few friends and I to beat DU into submission. A task in which we succeeded in doing, by the way. You can expect a complete new episode 1 patch in a week or 2, depending on how badly we want to fail our upcoming exams. The levels will be much longer and more intricate. To run the patch, just type this in, blah blah blah, as usual. Alright, let's actually get to the interesting thing of this patch. And even though it's 2 levels that's combined, I'm probably, going to just make it as 1 video or so, because it's easier than trying to make it 2 separate things, because it's not really 2 separate things. And at the same time, I also don't believe it deserves its own episodic thing like the original Doom game did, because it's only 2 levels. So yeah, it's that weird sweet spot in the middle where it kind of doesn't get anything. No soup for you, all that. Wait a minute, what? Oh my god, 4 enemies and 2 items! This is the entire level? 4 enemies and 2 items? Okay, people, so we got the first level of this thing, and yeah! Wow. If you're wondering if there was any unique music, nope, generic miss for us. And, perhaps one of the most smallest levels that's not even a test level. This isn't a test level. Nowhere is it designed to be a test level for DU, or try and show off something technical for the engine. This has no excuse. So, yeah. It has stuff, it's just 4 enemies? Really? It's very big! Yeah, because I do not like this already. Get some ammo in there. The better ammo. That. I don't trust this level not to have no secrets, because it has none. Okay, we already got the plasma gun right off the bat. This is scaring me. Oh god! Something's lowering. What's lowering? Why is it lowering? A Cyberdemon in the first few seconds of gameplay? Oh boy. Time to fight the Cyberdemon. And yes, I know there's invulnerabilities right over there, but we're awesome. We don't need them. Well, we might, but who knows. If we do, we can always get them the next time after we die or so. Needless to say, I'm getting cocky. Just keep moving. Yoo-hoo! Duck in between the shots. Type in, get that rocket bots. That's the hard part, is grabbing the rocket bots is. Ow. Of course I kinda get splash damaged. Yeah. Not proud of myself there. I can do this though. Of course, why did I do that? Why did I run straight at a guy with a rocket launcher? It was too tempting. So you gotta like move naturally to it. Oh god, I kind of didn't move right. Yeah, I kind of stood around the same area instead of moving. Once you get the rocket boxes, it'll be easy. It's just grabbing the rocket boxes without, you know, dying. Move this way. So you just gotta kind of keep moving. If you naturally move, you can't go wrong. Look at this. Ta-da! Oh god, I'm spinning around in circles. Okay, now we face off against the Cyberdemon. With our awesome rocket bots of awesomeness. We have all the rockets, so it's not rocket supply. He's just walking forward, so we have to be sure where he is, where the edge of the map is, all that brilliant stuff. And of course, be sure to stop firing rockets if he gets too close to us. So it's a bit of management, but nothing out of the ordinary for dealing with a Cyberdemon. And seriously, this isn't too challenging of an area because it's just straight shot. If we're trying to do something out, we could use invulnerability, but like I said, look at that. That was easy. Okay, now we do have an invulnerability, which means we could probably use it for what's up and coming, which is probably something. There's probably a reason for it. No! I just loaded! Ah! I just loaded the game! I just loaded the game! Why me? Just keep shooting at him. Dive in between. Wait until we get to a good area. Now we get a bit of run, we can try and shoot him down. Bit slightly hit there, but otherwise that was easy enough. And this time hit the right key. There we are, see? That's how you do it. Grab this and let's run up. Ooh, I thought there was something. Okay, time to run and be brave. Is we gotta kill stuff for the end of that map. I find this lack of things disturbing. Like, what's the way forward? I wonder if I actually have to drop on that to get forward. Maybe that's the point. I see, there's something going there. Well, we got 2 invulnerabilities. Where's the things to kill? Where are the things to kill? There they are! Punch them as much as I can to save ammo. Every punch is one that we won't have to do and die back. Okay, we're almost done. 2 down. Blam! Bam! Thank you! Bam! Okay, that's level 1 complete, basically. We got everything in the level, we just have to kind of get out of here. And there's the answer switch. Ta-da! First level complete. But we have 2, so on to the second. Let me make sure the music's good. Yep. It's the same as usual. And this makes sense to have an E1M2. And there's no secrets again, so it's just kind of kill stuff. Hello down there, I see you all. There's more than the first level. A lot more than the first level, actually. I'm a shotgun, guys. That means I have a supply of ammo. Yay! Oh god, no, 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 no! Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here! Oh god, run this way. This is something. I don't know what this is about, but it was something. I don't know why it's there. Weird how a mirror's effect, but sure. This is the way back. But we also have an interesting tunnel over here. Might be a reward for something. Okay, I'm not sure where I am. But, sure, let's go with this. I'm really lost. Ooh, I found my way to the chain gun. I think I worked out this way. I think it was worth coming this way. Just for the chain gun. Better guns is always a good deal. And mega armor. See, wasn't it smart to come this way? Oh god, they're in the hell. But luckily we have the buzz to take them out. Easy shot. Okay, I think this is the exit switch actually. Yeah, see? I'm not exiting the level though. I figured that was the exit switch. For some reason I just kinda knew. Well, it's kinda good that we came out this way, otherwise we'd be ripped off on things. This way, sure. Over here we have a standard armor, which really is kinda useless. That's a glowed. Which is glowed. Uh-oh! Okay, looks like I killed stuff. And successfully made it through. Oh god, there's another one. So, with every enemy down, except the remaining four, I have to just figure out where those four are. I have yet to kill them. And how we can rectify that. For some reason, I feel like I'm missing something very obvious. And I'm like right around circles due to it. Over here, what's this about? Well, here's the armors. The shotguns. And aha! Things to kill! Totally worth coming down this way. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Well, there we are. Killed everything. No health, but we kind of made it through. And there we are. Ta-da! Level 2 complete. And now we're back on regular Path of Doom. But we don't care about that. So, 2 levels in a row. But both were very, very short. Very, very basic. You can tell these were very, like, I made a level or whatnot, and I kind of just played with the engine and kind of threw it out. There's nothing in here that's abysmal. I wouldn't say that, you know, I loathed playing these levels in any shape or form. It was fine in playing. But, you know, even in comparison to, like, the other stuff that was coming out around the time, it feels like it was not really offering anything. It's just two small files. Like I said, the interesting thing is that they're combined, which is definitely something that we do not see otherwise. But the levels themselves are just very short excursions into things that don't really feel like anything. You're pretty much... They're little tiny things that are so quick to complete that they don't really feel substantial. I mean, I said before that short levels are pretty good. In fact, I usually prefer a more manageable size compared to something ridiculously long, like Doom seems to love to do. But this feels too short. Maybe it'd be more, you know, the size is right, but the problem was that maybe it was because of the fact of the matter that we didn't have much challenge. Yes, we had a Cyberdemon. Yes, we had some, Cacodemons. But we had more than enough ammo to deal with them. Really, the situations in which we were given wide open areas. So things that would easily take out whatever we had to deal with. I never really had much danger or a threat to deal with. So, yeah. Overall, it just didn't feel that interesting. Or really that standoutish. Like I said, nothing really too bad about the level itself. It could, it could definitely be something to play or whatnot. I wouldn't feel like this was a miserable level or whatnot, like absolute torture. But at the same time, there's just nothing here to really warrant much playing. It's something that could be easily forgotten about, and wouldn't be missing anything. And so, yeah, sadly, it's just kind of one of those levels that fade totally into obscurity, not only because of its age, because of the time it came out, and the limited stuff that they had, but also due to the fact that it just was really a level this guy kind of threw together and said, here you go, and it's really nothing substantial. Nothing, like I said, nothing bad about it. Nothing, uh, um, I know people, create levels all the time or whatnot and just kind of throw them up and say, I made something, here it is. And that's kind of how people learn and whatnot, even though most of these people never make another level again. Um, but still, it just, if you're looking at it from a perspective of a gameplay perspective and actually how these levels warrant, they definitely are not levels to really like check out or consider. And probably even the author would say so, that there really wasn't much playability to it. I think most people admit that their own levels wouldn't be that good as a playability or whatnot. But yeah, at least, there's nothing frustrating or horrendous about it, which is always a good thing. That's always a very, very good thing, that your levels do not have anything frustrating, because there I do not feel there's an excuse. If your levels are so frustrating and tedious to get through, you should be able to determine that with a playtest. I mean, how do you not realize certain things are cruel? Absolutely downright cruel. But, like I said, this level didn't seem to have anything horrendous at all. It didn't even have secrets or any hidden areas whatsoever. It was pretty much just straight go through a few rooms and get to the exit. But yeah, it works. It's a thing. It existed. Anyway, thank you very much all for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Oh, great. It is not letting me stop the recording again. Why does this happen every single time now? Strange. I do not get control over this. Let's see here. If I... How did I get control last time? It's almost like... There we are. It's not actually not control over OBS. It's actually my Windows or so. It's almost like whenever I play Doom, for some reason it acts up with my Windows. I don't know exactly what the situation is, but I've seen that before when we've quit Doom Wad or so, like even the official ones, and all of a sudden I'd have some problem with interacting with Windows or so just to get back my mouse cursor. And this just seems to be further examples of this. But yeah, once again, thank you very much all for watching. I shall see you all next time.